Hey, what's up, guys? So, since Anthony Crolla couldn't give Lomachenko a fight, I was on my ESPN Plus, which I'm hardly ever on, and they had like a best of Lomachenko section. They actually had the Lomachenko Salido fight, and I had not seen that fight since it happened live years ago, and I thought I would take a look at it because it's been so long. You know, thought I'd do a classic post fight to watch somebody who actually gave Lomachenko a real fight. All right. I scored this fight 117, 113 for Salido. I gave Lomachenko the 5th, the 11th, and the 12th. I had the first and the fourth even, and everything else was Orlando Salido. Um, Salido fought Lomachenko basically the way I said Anthony Crolla should, and the way I think a lot of other guys should. Now Lomachenko has grown since this fight. Yeah, he looks younger. He looks different. He looks smaller. He looks more like an amateur. He definitely fought like an amateur in this fight for the most part. The guy definitely lets his hands go more now, and he's a bit more aggressive. Has more of a mean streak as a pro now than he did then. But I still think you could use some of these things that Salido did against the guy. All right, now the first round was kind of a feel out round for both guys. I think the second round was also kind of feel outish. Around the third round or so, on through the fight, I noticed that Salido would immediately go up to the middle of the ring and to meet the guy. To establish position in the middle of the ring. He was not waiting. He was not going, on the back foot. He wasn't circling like Crolla did. No, and Salido was the bigger man in the fight. He had missed weight by like 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds or so. But I think he's naturally the bigger guy anyway. Forgetting that he just looked like the wider, thicker guy. And with Lomachenko being in a higher weight class, being at lightweight now, fighting bigger guys, maybe they could use these strategies against the guy. All right, so he would keep the fight mainly in the middle of the ring. And if it was not in the middle of the ring, he would be going forward on Lomachenko. He'll stay in the middle of the ring or going forward on Lomachenko. Oh man, okay. It was a rough fight. Lots of body punching from Salido. Who do we see going to Lomachenko's body a lot? That's what Salido was doing. Now, was he throwing low blows? Did he land some shots low? On the cup, on the hip? Yes, he did. Uh, but it was smart. It was smart. It helped tire Lomachenko. Lomachenko was not used to that. It was rough. It was nasty. Something else that Salido did a lot of times when they would clinch, and Salido a lot of times would grab. At smart times, he would grab Lomachenko's arms. He would wrap both his arms up to where not only to where he could not swing them, but to squeeze them, put pressure on them, and help tire them. It was brilliant, man. He did it throughout the fight. Lawrence Cole, I think, was the ref in this fight. You know, it was very good for Salido because Lomachenko was getting warned for holding and headbutts and all kind of stuff, while Salido was basically getting away with whatever he wanted to. All right. But yeah, he was the aggressor. He stayed in the center of the ring. He let his hands go more. Now, like I said, Lomachenko, you know, I think his aim now to not get outthrown in a fight like he did in this fight. Um, but still, you could use that in fighting Lomachenko. All right. Um, let's see, something notable around the ninth round. I believe it was the ninth round. Salido was going low on Lomachenko a lot. I mean, with the body punching, some went below the belt, some hit the hip, all that, right? It got to a point to where when the guys would just even get close, not even throwing punches, but get close to each other, uh, Lomachenko would like kind of jump back and have his stomach tucked in, when his butt out, so Salido couldn't hit him to the body. I noticed that shit, and it was funny. You know, that's how much Salido had gotten to Lomachenko's body. Um, Now, in the rounds that I gave Lomachenko, all right, the fifth round, I think Salido took that round off. All right, he just was not very active in that round, not throwing much, not doing much in that round. The 11th and 12th, Salido starting to tire. That was the last two rounds of the fight. Um, he had missed weight. He could not. I'm pretty sure he probably tried to cut down, couldn't make it, and those last two rounds, he basically ran out of gas. He was doing a lot of holding. In the 12th round, he was getting caught. He got hurt, and but he was able to hold on and survive. You know. They said Levi Martinez scored the fight, I think 115, 113. That's the guy who scored Canelo Lara 117, 111 for Canelo. You know, I was kind of surprised. I thought he was going to score for Salido. Mexican judge going for a Mexican fighter, but that's not what happened. Um, but the other two, Jack Reese was one of them, and I forget the other person's name. They got it right for Salido. But looking at this fight, yes, Lomachenko was a different fighter now, no doubt about it. Um, Definitely lets the hands go more now. He would not let he would not let somebody punk him in the ring. Low blowing him and doing all those kind of things. But at the same time, I think the strategy that Salido took is one that somebody could still use to this day to possibly beat the guy. Stay in the middle of the ring, let the hands go, clinch, body work. Push Lomachenko back instead of letting him push you back. Especially being the bigger man. Like Anthony Crowley, he's the bigger man. He's circling around the ring the whole night, going up against the ropes. Like I said, he should have stayed in the middle of the ring, dare Lomachenko to come in, try to pick him off, and then at times be the aggressor and score that way. That's basically what Orlando Salido did. It was a brilliant fight, a brilliant game plan. Um, he was a wily veteran, a world champion at that point, two-time world champion. Had been in many fights. I think he was in his like 55th fight, I believe. Yeah, in this fight, and he took the amateur to school, man. And I was happy to see it live, and I was happy to see it again. He clearly won the fight. It was a great performance. You know, highly recommend everyone take a second look at it if you have not seen it for a long time. So I think that's it, guys. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again. I'm a Salido fan. I think Salido is a Hall of Famer, and I think this was his career-defining win. Fighting this guy, he was an underdog. They were saying like a 5 or 7 to 1 underdog, going up against a 1-0 highly decorated amateur, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and took the guy to school, man. Bottom line, so I think that's it, guys. If I missed anything, I'll leave a comment in the comment section. You guys can leave me your thoughts on this fight and what you thought about it, and I will check in with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.